African love. African plug, I got that African blood. African plug, I got that African drug. African plug, I am that African plug. African plug, I got that African love. African plug, I got that African blood. African plug, I got that African drug. African plug, I am that African blood. She for him and my megastar that she geek. Call me Fleet, cause my fit be fleet. Knowledge be born, use a geek freak. Shout out to Philly like I know Meek. My dick game, make a tweak a leak. Tell the truth, doggy, that's an easy freak. 100 million sold, that's an easy week. Did it without a cosign, now that's Master P. R.I.P. the Juice WRLD, could've been the 17. Cause I've been indie since I was 17. All the blood, sweat, and tears, I never changed a dream. For the peso, it's mutual, I had to switch some things. African plug, I got the African love. African plug, I got the African blood. African plug, I got the African drug. African plug, I am the African plug. African plug, I got the African love. African plug, I got the African blood. African plug, I got the African drug. African plug, I am the African blood.
Literally at Goree Island. This is where a lot of the bullshit has started with the African slave trade, man. Look at the flag, Senegal, man. This is that's like a snake chain, man. That's nice though. It's different. Finish. It's Megastar TV. You recording?
Yeah.
We on top of the cool. We ain't even on the cool shit, man. We on the boat. You already know what it is. This is where the Atlantic slave trade took place. It's not no game, bro. You might see me smiling and all that shit on videos, but this was a sad situation. You see over there?
That's the island.
That's the island right over there, man.
Are you gonna perform before?
Yeah, I'm about to perform.
Because we almost there.
Let me see. Hold on, don't. You know, vibing to my bottle, sipping on Moscato, puffing Kush Oslo. We could do a fancy or Jimbos. She could do stilettos or the Timbos. I could scoop a hoopty or the Lambo. She could do a course out of the
Get me filming you.
She love to have fun, love to have fun. She love to have fun, love to hang, yo. She an island girl, go Rambo. She an island girl, go Rambo. She an island girl, go Rambo. Go Rambo, girl, go Rambo. So I met an island girl, and she really rocked my world. Give me a bad girl, give me a good girl. What? As long as she an island girl, as long as she an island girl. As long as she an island girl. So I met her, and she really rocked my world. Give me a bad girl, give me a good girl. As long as she an island girl. As long as she an island girl. As long as she an island girl. Tonight, she like the poster type. She right, she like the way I approach her, right? Team Megastar, being soldier, right? She proud of being from. She see the way she talk. She don't got a fancy, all she do is talk. Only in the front of her mind with her thought. She learned with daddy talk. Now I'm doing things I never would have taught. My baby is a boss. My baby is a boss. She wire money home.
I think they turn off.
Family. I turned it off. Going back to rice and curry. She and me to get hot and steamy. Put up that time, make that pussy flat.
Let me get that mic. Turn it on.
And she really rock my world. Give me a bad girl. Give me a good girl. As long as she an island girl. As long as she an island girl. As long
Put the
as
speaker up
she
to the
an
mic.
island girl. So I met an island girl. And she really rock my world. Give me a bad girl. Give me a good girl. As long as she an island girl. As long as she an island girl. As long as she an island girl.
Est-ce que tu gagnes les
They want you to go outside.
I know, but they're not playing the music. That's gonna look a little stupid.
Put it on the Bluetooth. You
It's
what?
not working for some reason, bro.
For real?
Yeah, let me see it.
We just reached Goree Island. What you gotta say?
No, what I gotta say is like, right now this is looking like a beautiful tourist attraction where a lot of Americans come over here just to see the pain and struggle that some of the Africans had to go through, like, you know what I'm saying? But it's not really too funny, you know what I'm saying? When you think about the whole ball game of what happened. It's like people want to come see this as, like they said, the lady said, America, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? The white supremacists, the Ku Klux Klan, the Christopher Columbus motherfuckers, they came over here and they enslaved our people. You know what I'm saying? So right now it's a good thing to know your history. So you can't be scared.
I got
of
a
it
friend that
to
lives
know.
here.
You know what I'm saying? We got friends that live here. We got family that live here. You know what I'm saying? Even she said that's sad. Because it's nothing, it's a piece of history that you can't erase. But we overcome that. We came from the struggle and look at us now, you know what I'm saying? Rising above, and look at us, we still can have smiles on our face. That's what makes us God, that's what makes us kings and queens, you know what I'm saying? For the trials and tribulations that we've been through, and that we can still keep a smile on our face. Okay, let me know, tell me a little bit about Goree Island. We hear that you live on Goree Island. Tell us about the whole history about that.
I mean, not my name.
No, wax ci histoire ci Goree.
Goree histoire bi xanaa
No, li ngay xam yow.
ci English.
No, ci olof ak dinaa ko
Ci olof. Waaw xanaa rek ñu
Yeah, you was born there.
Waaw ñu xam nga rek juddu Goree suñu maam yi doon def maison des esclaves yi. Comprendre nga?
Her grandmother and stuff was in the house of slaves.
Wow.
That's what she knows. That's what hurts her the most about Goree.
Yeah, of course.
That's when she was born.
Yeah.
She said today is different because now our grandmothers went through, what our grandmothers went through in the house of slaves.
Yeah.
Now it's different because now we have Americans coming to see it.
Yeah.
Before it was the Americans that created it. And now it's the Americans coming to look and to see it. So she said sometimes they get scared, but they have to accept it.
Yeah. Wow. Thank you so much. One thing.
Bro, look at these niggas trying
Hustle
to.
is crazy out here, man. They definitely do not understand the word no. So you tell them about how they just still
Look,
keep
he
coming,
moving out the camera, G. Look.
keep coming. It's bigger. I'm on 125th. I know how it is to try to convert a person who don't want to buy something to something, but this is a whole nother level, bro. Some of y'all Americans, if y'all came out here, y'all would want to start swinging on niggas because they don't listen. Nigga came and put the glasses on my face, bro, and said they look good on me.
He said he doesn't want to be in the
That's
camera
amazing,
now.
bro.
Right.
But you just gotta be cool because you gotta understand they just trying to get their money, you know what I'm saying? So that's what I just remind myself, you know what I'm saying? But it's a whole nother level, baby.
Hey. Bon, my friend. Oui, like na madam. Oh, yeah.
He's trying to make a deal with me, and I'm like, he said he doesn't.
How much you want to sell that for, man?
$60.
She got $10. 10. $10 right now. How y'all doing today, Senegal? Put 'em up, put 'em up, put 'em up. My name is ATHUG right here. I come a long way from Harlem World, USA to put this show down. I'm performing all over Senegal. Shout out to my dude Mo. I'm an independent record label, doing everything myself, black owned, black business. It's called Black Rolling Stones, Megastar brand, and we out here just working with a lot of different artists, hitting up these shows, doing what we do, you know what I'm saying? I got the album, Law of Attraction, you know what I'm saying? That's a hit right there. You can get that on iTunes, CD Baby, everything. Right now, we about to do 2 hits. This joint right here is called Island Girl. Yeah, this is for the island people, island girls everywhere. They gonna love this joint. This is the video on YouTube. Let's go. Turn it up. Turn it up. Bring it back. Bring it back. Start it from the top and turn it up. Bring it back. Bring it back, DJ. Start it from the top. Start it from the top, DJ. Turn it up. Yeah. So I met an island girl, and she really rocked my world. Give me a bad girl, give me a good girl. As long as she an island girl, as long as she an island girl, as long as she an island girl. So I met an island girl, and she really rocked my world. Give me a bad girl, give me a good girl. As long as she an island girl, as long as she an island girl, as long as she an island girl. You like fine wine, I wanna drink with you. She don't smoke, but she like a ton of two. She from the island, you think she got an attitude. She whine, she twerks when she in the mode. She a trimmy, shaped like Nicki. Bad girl, wild like Riri. She love the wine, to my new CD. Love the shots that's playing in the 20s. You know I'm into my bottle, sipping on Moscato, puffing Kush Oslo. We can do it fancy or Jimbos. She can do stilettos or the Timbo. I can scoop a hoopy or the Lambo. We can do a quote on the stereo. She love to have fun, love to have fun. She love to have fun, love to hang out. She an island girl, go rainbow. She an island girl, go rainbow. She an island girl, go rainbow. Go rainbow. So I met an island girl, and she really rocked my world. Give me a bad girl, give me a good girl. As long as she an island girl, as long as she an island girl, as long as she an island girl. So I met an island girl, and she really rocked my world. Give me a bad girl, give me a good girl. As long as she an island girl, as long as she an island girl, as long as she an island girl. Let's toast tonight, she want the most tonight. She like the poster type, she right. She like the way I approach her, right? Team Megastar, be a soldier, right? She from where she from, you see the way she talk. She don't gotta act sexy, all she do is walk. Mommy is a rug, never mind what I bought. On point, she heard what that talk. Now she doing things I never would've thought. My baby is a boss, my baby is a boss. She wire money back home to her family. She rubbing on my back, cooking rice and curry, spicy. I mean to get hot and steamy. When it's bedtime, make that pussy flatline. Cause when I call, she don't ask why. She don't think south, she just think I. Think we, now that girl ride or die. So I met an island girl, and she really got my girl. She really get back, give me a good girl. As long as she a girl. She a girl, as long as she a girl. So I met an island girl, and she really rocked my world. Give me a bad girl, give me a good girl. As long as she a girl, as long as she a girl, as long as she a girl. Saucy. It's called Megastar. One more. This is good.
Right, bro. One more. Fuck.
New York.
One more.
Tupac. I'm Tupac in the flesh. Go to the next one. Megastar Money. We gotta do one more.
Right.
I'm telling y'all gonna love this one right here. Come on.
One more.
Megastar Money for you, baby. Come on.
Right.
Let me go.
Stupid.
Let's go into that next one, Megastar Money. Senegal, what's up, man? Y'all feeling me or what? Come on, baby, put it up, let me hear y'all. Let me hear y'all. Make some noise in this motherfucker, you heard me?
Right.
Megastar Money, come on. Woo! Turn it up, DJ. Bump that. Who that? I need to hear this. Woo!
Right.
I've been doing Megastar Productions. New York, I'm a megastar. All I know is money. I be a megastar. All I see is money. It's the power of a dollar. Ain't shit funny. Dopest sound in the league. Be a rest, pulling money. I'm a megastar. All I know is money. I be a megastar. All I see is money. It's the power of a dollar. Ain't shit funny. Dopest sound in the league. Be a rest, getting money. Stone I'm back like I never left. I'm a printing this music like a treble clef. Make them rock and roll. I got that heavy metal, yeah. Thoughts out of this planet. Heavy mental, yeah. Anointed God, the way I'm blessing their ears like tattooed tears. I'm a lesson to hear. We all ballin', ain't no flexing over here. We don't know about them ciphers, we the best over here. I'm a megastar. All I know is money. I be a megastar. All I see is money. It's the power of a dollar. Ain't shit funny. Dopest sound in the league. Money. I'm a megastar. All I know is money. I be a megastar. All I see is money. It's the power of a dollar. Ain't shit funny. Dopest sound in the league. Be a rest. Money. Abstract flow with the backpack flow. Used to have a rack though, stash the dead low. Now I just stash go off the rap shows and keep fans to vote with this conscious flow. My flow is gold, talk low. I'm so thankful, yo, y'all supporting love my flow. I'm about to rip the track like every time. Full off, pack a punch like every line. Always been fly, talk my own gear line. Started with the clothing line. I breathe winter, you see my trophies line. They all try and find me like Pokemon. I'm a megastar. All I do is money. I be a megastar. All I see is money. It's the power of a dollar. Ain't shit funny. Dopest sound in the league. Be a rest, getting money. I'm a megastar. All I know is money. I be a megastar. All I see is money. It's the power of a dollar. Ain't shit funny. Dopest sound in the league. Be a rest, getting money. Yeah.
Yo.
Thank you.
Gra.
Thank you. Thank you for your understanding. Now we have.
This is your first time in Goree Island, right?
Yes, definitely.
And when you first stepped off the boat, what did you feel like? What was the first thing that came to your mind?
The first thing that came to my mind is that this place looks so beautiful, and I just wanted to make sure that I kept my mind on what was actually happening back in the days, because you know it looks like a tourist event, it looks like nice, but it was a lot of pain and struggle that took place over here.
So that was the first thing that came to mind?
Yes.
Okay. What about the scenery? What did you think when you first stepped off the boat? What was your first image? Like, what was the first thought about the scenery and the people?
Well, like
Without even talking to anybody.
without even talking to anybody, it looked like it was definitely a nice place. You know what I'm saying? People was everybody definitely looked like it's a business. Everybody's on the grind in one way or another. You know, and just beautiful sceneries that I've never seen.
What do you think about the name Goree Island?
The name Goree Island, obviously, if you listen to the root word gore, like I would think of a lot of bloodshed, a lot of lives being lost. On the tour, there was a lot of people that lost their life traveling, you know, shipping out, little kids that was separated from their moms, their parents, different things of that nature. It's like something that's way beyond belief, you know what I'm saying? To tell you the truth, if you really even think about it, you would probably think that there is no God if you would actually endure this. you would say, who is Jesus, who is Allah? For this to even happen, how could white people be able to do this to us?
When you visited, how did you like when you first walked in the House of Slaves, which is the Coeur d'Esclave? What feeling? Did you have a feeling that came over your body or no?
Definitely, man. I just felt like just so much torment, like, you know what I mean, pain, just to see how just thinking about the babies when they said that they laid them on the floor and nobody was there to watch them, you know what I mean, separating the mothers from the fathers, and then had the women there, and the only reason why the women was actually privileged because the slave masters raped them and had babies, and then they would actually be considered like actually a human, you know?
Now, God forbid, if it was you in that situation, what would you how, like, with the mindset that you have today in 2019, what do you think you would have done? How would you have taken it?
To be honest, I think I probably would have been a Nat Turner, a Marcus Garvey, you know what I'm saying? I would have waited for the right opportunity to strike, you know what I'm saying, and kill a couple of slave masters, you know what I'm saying, or try to escape from this Goree Island, you know what I mean? Like, however it was, and if I would have got caught, I would have been probably in the punishment section, or they would have just killed me, but I wouldn't have been able to just keep enduring the bullshit, you know what I'm saying? I would have had to kill or be killed, you know what I'm saying?
Now, I know we visited other attractions. Well, is there another attraction that caught your eye, caught your attention?
Like, meaning like just in Africa in general, or just over here? And Goree Island, like basically just looking at, like I said, basically it's so beautiful. You know, this is its own island. Everything has changed now. It's a different energy, you know what I mean? This is more where you get to see and visit. I would recommend everybody come here and see for themselves, because this is the truth. When you reading it in books and you got your science teachers in class telling you some false lies about Christopher Columbus, those people are devils, okay? The French, the Dutch, all of these people, man, you know what I'm saying? You know, especially back in the days. I got no sympathy, and I got to tell it like it is, you know what I mean?
Now, in terms of the street vendors, what's your opinion on that? Give me your full opinion on the street vendors, people coming up, trying to, you know, you can elaborate on that.
The street vendors, like, you know, like I said, you know, everybody's out. I'm a vendor myself in Harlem, so when I know how it is that you got to push your product, but sometimes they push it a little bit too much on the tourists because they think that you got money, you know what I'm saying? But, like, I'm supporting a lot of different people out here. I already supported different places, and sometimes when you come here, they think that each individual person you got to support, you end up spending $1 million if you support every single body, you know what I'm saying? But I spread my love to these people, and I wish them much success with that, you know what I mean?
What's the difference between the aggression here and the aggression in Harlem in terms of street vending?
Like, definitely, like, in New York, like, some of the stuff, people would get offended after they telling you no, and you just keep coming up to them. I think it could cause, like, a big problem, maybe even a fight, you know. Over here, I just obviously remaining humble because I understand the struggle, and I know how it is as a hustler myself, you know.
Now, in terms of you're an artist. Now, in the future, or now, in the present or the near future, how could you incorporate Goree Island, your whole experience, or just Goree Island as a island into your art?
Definitely, like, you know, like I said, I'm working on a project for Africa right now. We in the studio, we currently recording a couple of tracks, and now that I've been here, of course I'm gonna implement that in the documentary about Africa. It's called I Love Africa, and we got a song called I Love Africa, and we're gonna basically in the interviews and stuff like that, and in the footage, we're gonna break down everything, and of course we're gonna talk about it and rap about it. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Any insight onto your next project coming up?
Basically, right now, I just want y'all to stay tuned and stay tuned to my social media. I want everybody to share, you know what I'm saying, and tag at least 30 to 50 friends on these videos that you see on my YouTube and my Instagram, because right now, that's what, bottom line is, we are the people, we are one, you know what I'm saying? We don't need no machine or nobody to be on top of us to promote us. We got to promote ourselves, and we got to share our material so that we can become viral and we can remain #1. Black Rolling Stones, Africa, Megastar, Africa, I love y'all.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, we here on Goree Island, this is actually one of your, how many times have you visited Goree Island yourself?
This is going to be my third time now. This is my third time. And this was definitely I would say the most fulfilling experience out of all of those 3 times.
So basically this time from the other times you got a little bit more insight, a little bit more knowledge. Tell me like what stood out more on this trip?
Okay, well, on this trip, when I visited the House of Slaves, I actually didn't have somebody there to really explain the details of everything. I was with the aunt, and you know, she explained to me what she knew, but I didn't actually have somebody there to explain to me exactly the dates and this is exactly what happened, and to give me full insight and clarity as to what happened. And this time I think it was much more emotional just because of that fact, the fact that I had somebody there telling me exact details, and it was very emotional, and I felt myself getting teary-eyed.
At any given time, yeah, that's what I was just about to ask. Do you feel like you was almost about to cry or just feeling like angry? What type of emotions did it give you to see this?
Definitely, I was definitely holding back my tears because, you know, this is supposed to be like a nice experience, but at the same time, it's impossible. I wouldn't say it's impossible, but there's certain parts where it's hard for it to be a nice experience. Just to like see what and to understand what our people went through, like that will never be understandable. That is impossible to understand, really. And it was just so emotional. I was definitely holding back my tears, and I cannot tell you I was this close to crying, this close.
What do you think about some of the goods, like the artwork, some of the structures, and like it's so much talent as far as with the art, like the way they was making the sand, painting and stuff. That was so beautiful. What you think about that?
I definitely think it was beautiful. This is something that I have never seen before, and for any future visitors that come, this is definitely going to be something that you have never seen before. All of it is so unique because it's not factory made, it's not machine made, it's not, oh, it was made in China. This is like literally made right in front of your face. This is handiwork. Like this.
I've seen them actually. They use a Samsung broken phone, a fork, a knife. They use sand, seashells, everything that you could, natural things, just to make the most beautiful artwork that you could think of, man. That's beautiful right there.
Yeah, it was definitely beautiful. It was the most intriguing experience. And like I said, I've been here this is my 3rd time. I've seen it every time. But every single time I see it, it still hits home in my heart. The most intriguing artwork that I've seen was definitely the sand. That's sand that comes from beaches all across Africa. All of those sands that they use to make that sand artwork, that all came from. Some of it came from here, some of it came from the East Coast, the West Coast, but it's all actual real sand. It's not fake sand. And the fact that they can take that sand and make something so
Check it out right here. Megastar TV, Black Rolling Stones, ATHUGBRS. Shout out to my dude, Mo. We gonna wrap it up because we gotta catch the boat.
We got it, we flipped it. Can we all shine like stars? No matter who you are, just be who you are, even when times get hard. Remember, I'm just hanging with the megastars. Remember, I'm just banging with the megastars. Can we all shine like stars? No matter who you are, just be who you are, even when times get hard. Remember, I'm just hanging with the megastars. Remember, I'm just banging with the megastars. Tell me why life be so raw. Discussions with God, like why it be so hard. Plus I'm going so hard. How could you front? You hit a catalog. She effing up slow for me, twerking in that thong. She keep me motivated, that's why she in my arms. She love me up or down, that's why she get the charm. Stay dubbing these hoes, cause you got that bomb. She cornbread fed, she love the city dawn.